Now hold up. What's this I'm hearing about Common allegedly moving on and leaving Jen blindsided? This man was just out here grinning and praising J. Hud like she was the love of his life.
He might be the type of person that never really settles with somebody. Maybe he's like he's like a bee going from flower to flower to flower.
And now the streets are whispering that another woman's keeping his bed warm. And he's allegedly throwing shade at Jen after stepping out on her? Is this all because she turned down his proposal last year? Or is this Common trying to flip the story before folks start catching on to those old whispers about him?
That relationship is one of the greatest blessings and most important things in my life, in my whole journey in life. The friendship, the partnership, the life partnership, just the connection. Man, it's one of those things where you don't know truly like what true partnership and relationship is until you get there.
Maybe not always playing on the same team. Either way, baby, it's a mess. And the tea is piping hot. If there's one thing about Common, it's that his dating history reads like a Hollywood Hall of Fame. Jennifer Hudson's just the latest in a long line of A-list women. Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Tiffany Haddish, Erykah Badu, Kim Jones, Ava DuVernay, Simone Bozeman, Jaguar Wright, Angela Rye. The man stays pulling top-tier women like it's nothing. But here's the pattern. None of them ever last. And the word in Hollywood has always been that Common just isn't a forever type. He's even admitted it himself. He once said that when the honeymoon phase fades, he dips, claimed he's addicted to love, not the physical, and that he's obsessed with the chase, the newness, until he gets bored and bounces.
Why can't anybody just be honest? They're waiting for Chrissy Teigen to get plastic surgery and end up Jackie O so that they can be roommates and make musicals together. Let's just be real.
Okay.
He'd rather spend time with John Legend than any of these bitches.
So when Jen walked in thinking her magic was gonna turn him into husband material, girl, that's pure wishful thinking.
Pattern I found myself in and what was called love addiction, who my therapist broke it down, was like that feeling of being like, oh, I'm in love, and this that honeymoon period that people call it. I was addicted to that feeling.
Now, in fairness, when they first linked up, Common swore he'd changed. He said therapy helped him see he could be a marrying man, even told interviewers that if he ever tied the knot, it'd be with J. Hud. But fans started noticing signs. Fewer public appearances, colder body language, and those cryptic posts from Jen that had folks reading between the lines. Then the whispers hit that he might already have his eye on someone else.
But I mean, I just wish Lonnie would tell the truth, be bisexual.
And when those unconfirmed sightings popped up of him out alone, allegedly looking a little too cozy with other women, chilly, people connected the dots fast. And now, there's chatter that Common's been out here allegedly saying he can't stand Jen anymore. Like, what went down to flip him from marriage talk to this? Well, insiders say one big reason could be that she straight up refused his proposal a few months ago. When the engagement rumors started swirling, sources close to Jen spilled that she told him she wasn't ready, and she had her reasons. First off, Common's rep with women is no secret. Jen knew what she was walking into. This man's history has been public for decades, so it's a little wild she'd suddenly act like it's a deal breaker. But apparently, her deeper hesitation came from her past. After that toxic, drawn-out situation with David Otunga, Jen reportedly swore she'd never rush into marriage again. That whole chapter left scars, and she made a promise to herself not to get trapped in something that could crumble. And when Jen says that relationship was toxic, trust, she's not using that word lightly. Those who know her say that even though Common swore he was different and told her he was in it for the long run, she couldn't shake the fear of history repeating itself. She didn't want to end up locked in a marriage that would break her down, then be back starting over. Maybe that proposal rejection was the turning point. Maybe things never felt the same after, and Common started realizing the future he pictured wasn't happening. And knowing his track record, well, If he already saw the exit door, it wouldn't be long before he walked through it. But here's where things get even wilder. Some folks are saying the real reason Common couldn't stand J. Hud anymore is because he's not even into women like that, and he got tired of putting on a show, allegedly. See, this isn't a brand new rumor. Y'all might remember when his ex, Jaguar Wright, went public claiming she wished the world knew the real Common. And according to her, that meant knowing he doesn't actually love black women. She said he uses them for social status, chases clout off their names, and behind closed doors, would rather be with men. Jaguar even threw shade by pointing out how, despite all the famous women he's dated, not a single one has come forward bragging about what he's like in the bedroom. Now, maybe those women are just being classy and keeping it private. Or maybe, like Jaguar's been hinting for years, it's because he's not really into them like that, allegedly. And then, there's the story that really got the blogs buzzing. A man claiming firsthand he said his friend's husband met Common at a Hollywood event this summer. The wife was tied up working the event, so Common spent almost an entire hour chatting exclusively with the husband. The guy didn't even know who Common was until later when his wife filled him in. And just for the visual, the man described him as white, ridiculously handsome, and dressed sharp. By the end of the night, around 3 a.m., the wife texted her husband to meet her outside. But before he left, Common allegedly leaned in and asked, "So, what are you doing later tonight?" The man replied, "Going home with my wife," and says the moment instantly turned awkward. When the story got passed around, people asked if maybe the question was taken the wrong way, but he swears the vibe was exactly how it sounded, adding more fuel. Some claim Common may still be struggling with his own sexuality, allegedly stemming from a past experience where he was taken advantage of by a man. If true, that could explain why he might have conflicting feelings when it comes to connecting romantically with women. Now, I'm not here to confirm any of that, but here's the twist. Some say maybe the issue isn't all on Common, because let's be real, J. Hud's track record with men hasn't exactly been spotless either. Her long relationship with David Otunga? Messy. And during that split, David reportedly believed she was cheating, even accusing her of stepping out with music producer Molly Music. Jennifer never confirmed the rumor, but the suspicion alone had people side-eyeing the situation for years. That rumored fling with the producer? Oh, it only made the situation nastier. Jennifer even brought it up in a protective order against David, saying his jealousy was out of control. She claimed he called her repeatedly while she was at a Chicago recording session, and when she didn't answer, he had their son try to film her to prove she was messing around with Molly Music. In those court papers, Jennifer painted a picture of David's behavior turning aggressive, threatening, and unpredictable toward both her and their son. David, of course, fired back, calling her a liar and insisting she was twisting the truth because she had the bigger platform in the industry. He said he had been their child's primary caregiver since day one because Jennifer was always on the road, flipping her claim in legal docs that she was the primary parent. David even accused her of forcing him to choose family over his career, only to later complain he was freeloading. And because Jennifer also hit him with some serious accusations, police actually opened an investigation. But in the end, he was cleared, and Jennifer agreed to drop the protective order on the condition that he never set foot on her property again. Still, David insisted she used her fame and influence to paint him as the villain, when in his eyes, she was the real problem, saying she's not the wholesome image she sells to the public. And honestly, maybe Common got a glimpse of that same other side and decided he wasn't signing up for it. I've even seen whispers that Jennifer allegedly started acting like Common was beneath her because she made more money than him. If that's true, it's a shame, especially since she knew exactly who he was when she started dating him. But at this point, the truth is murky. Did Common cheat? Is he slipping back into his old patterns? Or is Jennifer the one driving men away? We don't know. Heck, for all we know, they could still be together. And all of this is just smoke with no fire. Either way, this story has layers, and I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.